कतर के नंबर वन हिंदी रेडियो स्टेशन यानी कि रेडियो वाले 106.3 एफएम से मैं हूं आरजे विवेक एंड टुडे आई हैव विद मी अ सिंगर एंड कंपोजर जो मुंबई से हैं एंड हुज वॉइस हैज बीन फीचर्ड इन ओवर 1000 कमर्शियल्स एंड ही इज आल्सो बीन वर्किंग विद द बॉलीवुड म्यूजिक इंडस्ट्री. राजीव, वेलकम टू रेडियो ऑलिव.
Thank you so much, Vivek. It's a pleasure being here with you.
And I have heard that your mom was a Carnatic classical singer. And how did your music journey begin? Is my first question to you.
Ji, bilkul. I was exposed to music right from the time I was born. तो मम्मी तो कर्नाटिक क्लासिकल म्यूजिक सिखाती थी काफी लोगों को. We were in fact living in Oman at that time.
Okay.
The first 5 years of my life I spent in Oman.
Okay.
So she used to teach Carnatic classical music.
Wow.
And I used to lie down on her lap and while she was taking class. So even in spite of not having learned from her, I think कुछ तो अंदर चला ही गया. So
of course.
I think I was
एक तो
exposed
म्यूजिक का ये बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट चीज भी है, बहुत पावरफुल ये चीज है कि सुन के भी पहुंच जाता कुछ ना कुछ.
I really believe that a lot. So I was always interested in rhythm. So in spite of my mom and my sister being interested in singing, मुझे rhythm में interest था, तो I started learning the mridangam.
Okay,
so
wow.
Mridangam is a South Indian percussion instrument.
Yes.
So tabla जैसे accompany करता है in Hindustani classical music, Mridangam is the accompanying instrument in Carnatic. And that was my first initiation into music, actually learning from somebody. It reached a point where I started playing for Carnatic classical music concerts and things like that.
Wow, okay.
उसके बाद engineering करने चले गया मैं पुणे.
Okay.
And that opened a whole new world of music to me.
Okay.
And generally, I was exposed to rock music, pop music, like Metallica or Guns N' Roses and all these bands. My whole musicality changed at that time. The same mridangam that I was playing for classical music, I started playing for fusion. I started understanding how to even listen to other forms of music, what to take in from there. So that was my, so to speak, the growth that I had from a pure Carnatic musician to shifting into the other forms of music.
Exploring more into different formats of it, right?
Very much. Yeah.
And then how did you go into commercial music?
So after I finished my engineering, I decided that I want to do something which takes me into the track of music professionally. क्योंकि मुझे सिंगर बनना है, मुझे म्यूजिक करना है, वो बोलने के लिए ठीक है, but actually to take it up professionally, what steps you need to take is something I had to decide. So then I did a sound engineering course from SAE in Chennai.
Yes.
So that was like a 1-year course. That actually was the correct shift for me. क्योंकि वहाँ पे जो studio available था students के लिए, I was just spending all my time there. तो वो एक साल में ना, I was 100% into music. अभी college में कैसा था? It was maximum studies और competitions के लिए you'd work on something and then you perform. But this was 100%, 1 full year of unadulterated just spending time with music and music related things in sound engineering related things.
But how was the transition between engineering से खत्म करके और SAE में जाके पढ़ाई करना? Was it like कि parents ने बोला or was it your decision and did they come into the part?
No, definitely. They played a very big role in the sense when I finished my diploma in electronic engineering, I didn't do the regular 11th, 12th after 10th.
Okay.
I did a diploma in electronic engineering, after which you can directly join in the second year of engineering. So after my diploma itself, I wanted to get into music. That time, my parents played an important part. They said, nothing doing. पहले डिग्री खत्म करो. So मैं बोला ठीक है, engineering कर ही लेता हूँ. But after that, let me choose what I want to do. It was tough for me also to मैं सही कर रहा हूँ कि नहीं, because there were constant reminders.
Yeah. It's
constant reminders whether you're doing the right thing or not. So in that sense, it was, but hats off to my parents. They stuck by my word that I had said I will take up music. And that after that 1 year, I shifted back to Mumbai and then I started meeting ad film composers, and that's how things sort of progressed.
How did you get associated with Salim Sulaiman and how did like Western Records happen?
So Salim Sulaiman and me go back a long way in the sense during my initial years of singing itself, I was exposed to a lot of doing backing vocals. By that time, I think 2006, 2007 had become a very important role. Tab, I think Salim Sulaiman were one of the leading background music score composers. And for their first film was Kaal. After that, Aja Nachle with Madhuri Dixit, that film was when I got a chance to sing as a backing vocalist in their songs and their backgrounds. So my association with them started then, and then it kept moving on. In fact, they gave me my first solo playback song with the song in Satyagraha that I sang. So they have been played a very significant role as mentors and as people who have just enhanced my musical knowledge.
Yeah, the experience that you get, of course, with working with the legend Salim Sulaiman.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's been there for years. Like you started like 2006, 2007 kya baat kar rahe hain, and it's been years now. So of course you have grown a lot. And talking about this week's Off My Playlist song is this romantic track jo aapne banaya hai. It's called Bas Yahi, which has over 128,000 views on YouTube, and it's a beautiful track. Kab ye gana bana, kaise gana bana? Please take us through the song.
This is actually a very special song to me because I know everyone says it about all their songs, but this is special for a very different reason. Because jo hook hai gaane ka, I had composed that and I just put down one basic piano ke piche maine ga ke choda tha. And I was just looping that part again and again and again and again. And I was thinking, what mood is it giving me? Like what kind of image comes in front of my mind? So for me, the image was a lady sitting on a rocking chair, an old lady sitting on a rocking chair going through an album of her past, maybe her kids, grandkids, of her young years. So that was the sort of image which came to my mind.
Wow.
So then that led to a discussion with my wife. I discuss a lot about what kind of, because she's not a musician, but she takes very keen interest in as a listener.
Okay.
So I discussed this with her, and then she said, what if that lady was going through something? Like it could be dementia, it could be Alzheimer's or something, where she's going through that to try to remember those moments. So then
great
that
angle
happened,
to it. Yes.
Yes. So I said that the song totally goes with that mood. Then I spoke to my very dear friend Casey Loy, who's written many of my songs. I spoke to him specially for this song because his mother-in-law is even today going through Alzheimer's.
Okay.
And
real life banta gaya, real life touch
real life banta gaya. Yes. So he understood each and every nuance of what the person goes through in a situation like this.
Yes.
And which is how he wrote Bas Yahi. And that's the song for you all to hear.
Oh, amazing. Wow, what a journey of a song. So ab baat hoyi gayi song ki, to if you could just sing few lines of the song, that'll be great.
Yeah, sure, I'd love to. Bas yahi थी अभी खो गई, जब मिली थी अभी वो नहीं, कैसे करीब हो के भी है गुम कहीं, मेरी छवि ही नहीं, आँखों में छाई स्याही रात सी, बस यही थी अभी खो गई.
That was beautiful, Rajiv. Thank you so much for your time. It was lovely having you right here on Radio Olive 106.3 FM, and wishing you all the success in your life and for your music journey as well.
Thank you so much, Vivek. It's a pleasure talking to you, and I hope all your fans listen to this song and check out the rest of the album as well.
For sure. And wishing you all the best for your songs and all the future projects. Thank you so much.